Welcome back. We're talking about the retirement space, planning for it before you get there, and the psychology behind it. Now, Kim, talk to me about your truth number 9. If you plan, you prosper. When does this plan need to start?
Well, immediately. I think any day you're wasting is a day wasted. If you've got a plan, you know what you're trying to achieve. Otherwise, I meet people and they take any opportunity they come, they spend whatever, and they're not thinking about their futures. And the clients that I sit with, and we actually put a plan in place, things become reality for them, as opposed to somebody else telling them how their lives should be.
It's a case of saying, that's where I want to be, but you can't just drive out of your house and say, I don't even know if I go left or right.
But not all of us are that specific. I'll think, when I retire, I just want to be somewhere warm and safe.
You're going to stay a slave for the rest of your life. And that was that, be a master of your money. So, I mean, instead of always saying somebody else can look after it for me or someone else is going to look after me, why not take responsibility? And I think if we all get into that kind of way of living our lives, we're going to make it so much easier. I believe we make our lives so much harder by not having these plans.
But surely there's the government. We all get pensions in this country at some age. Oh, yes. I'm sure they can take care of me.
Not in the lifestyle you want. Or me. Or Warren.
I'm quite a frugal guy.
Come on.
You remember when you become retired one day, you don't change your whole personality, and now you just start spending less. And actually, there's so much more time. You've got so many more things you want to go and do. Sure. So you can't say that you need less money than when you're working.
That government pension you'll never be able to buy a cappuccino in your life again. That's done. That's over. You'll not be able to even get a takeaway meal ever again. You'll be living below the breadline for the rest of your life.
I'm worried now.
Good.
Don't be worried.
You should be worried. Come on.
Let's get away from
the
apocalyptic doomsday scenario. The man in the street, budget under pressure. Warren advocates, if you can, put aside a third of your money. Is that realistic? Is that doable?
Well, look, I mean, for most people it's not, because they have school fees and they have all the other commitments when you've got your children. But at least, I mean, be starting, and the younger you're starting. So, I mean, if you start at 18 or you start at 20, your chances are so much better than when you're leaving it till 40 because you think, oh, I'm not going to do it, someone else is going to take care of me, and then all of a sudden you're a burden to yourself and society. So, yeah, the earlier you're starting, and I mean, it can go down less than a third, but that depends on the lifestyle you want to have and how long you want to work. Because if you choose and you can work till 70 and 75, then all of a sudden you didn't need as much money as before.
I mean, I think the message there also is that it's never too late to start. So if you are watching this and you're 50 and you're saying, well, I haven't started, okay, it's too late, it's over for me, I might as well just carry on, that's also not true. Don't give yourself the exit. And if you're finding it hard to save, then the next time you get an increase, take that increase and save that. Don't spend that. And at least if you start saving every increase that you've got, that starts to create some room in your budget.
And Warren, is what you said, if you're paying yourself, so you know, we often don't want to give that money away because we think we're giving it to some strange place that we don't know where it's going to. But if you're paying yourself, it can be that much easier, and you've got to get into that mentality that you're more important than that car or that next house that you've got to have that's better than this one.
But that Panamera looks so good, and I look so good in it. In all seriousness, when we're making this plan, you know, when you've got the emotions of fear, just as a dentist is not going to drill his own tooth, should I be doing my own financial plan, or should I be finding somebody who I can have a conversation with who's going to take the emotion out of it and say, Kura, you need to do X, Y, and Z?
Well, this is where we're going to have an interesting conversation. For me, very much, you need a partner to do it. I believe you need a financial planner that sits with you and can actually help you, as you say, take your emotions out of it and be objective. I mean, a lot of the times we go on about what we want and how much we want it and why we want it. But if we look back sometimes, there's a psychological thing that's happened to us, or there's a memory around money that we've got from when we were children. And now we're trying to fulfill it by spending more and more money. And your planner can just maybe put you on the right path and get you to understand that that next thing that you want to buy is not going to bring you as much pleasure as you thought.
I have one vote for a certified financial planner.
So I'm an economist, so I'm going to sit on the fence. I think you have to break the world up into three parts. Those that always want to be in control of their own destiny, and that actually a lot of them have the ability to do it. They'll put in the time, they'll put in the effort, they're prepared to take the risks. Then you get that middle grouping that says, I need some help. I need some guidance. I need the GPS. And then there's the final grouping that says, I don't have the confidence, I don't have the ability all the time or the inclination. I need a full-time partner. So I think there's always going to be something for everybody. That's the reality of our world. We're not all the same.
Sure.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Now, the consulting that you do with the soon-to-be retired, what are some of the dominant shock expressions that they use? That, oh, I didn't know it was coming. Of course you knew it was coming. What are the emotions that they express when they're at the edge of the cliff?
Like a lot of them have put their head in the sand, just like some people don't start saving for retirement. Some people think we're never going to get to retirement, so we're not going to think about it. And if we don't think about it, look, it's not going to come. And then that day is coming, and then it's what I said earlier, they haven't got anything to retire to. So I bring them in, husband and wife, and we discuss what that picture looks like. And we have to use a bit of Disney dreaming, because they've put all their dreams so deep down, because they've just been on this treadmill of working and working, that we have to bring out a lot of that information so that they can go and have this more meaningful retirement, so they can look forward to it instead of absolutely dreading it.
Warren, what can you whisper from here to that soon-to-be retired Warren at 54? What are you going to say? You did well, my boy. Well done. You planned X, Y, and Z. What's the advice you're giving yourself to get to 54?
I think it's exactly that point of paying yourself first. I think it's the most important decision anybody can make, if you have to break it down into one issue. And I think it is a case of saying, start as early as you can, start today, and don't give yourself an excuse. Don't give yourself a way out. You have to start with yourself.
Well, that's the advice from our experts, and that's all we're going to fit into this particular show. Join us again next time when we look into where and how you should be spending your smart money. Thanks for joining us, and see you again soon. Bye-bye.